If you're a business owner, then you understand how much having the right kind of bank account matters. For me, it isn't just about having a safe place to keep money. It's about making my life easier, avoiding hidden fees, and having tools that actually support growth. And over the years, I've tested out a few different banking platforms, but I quickly realized they're not all built the same. Some are actually really helpful and provide great features that make running a business a lot smoother, while others just add more roadblocks and headaches. So today, I'm going to show you some of the best bank account options for small businesses. In my experience, these ones stood out for their flexibility, low cost, and useful features. I'm going to take you through how each one works, where they fall in terms of price, and any pros and cons that I've noticed along the way, whether you're after competitive interest rates, reliable online access, or smart, time-saving integrations. Each option brings something valuable. So stick around to see which of these banking options could be the right fit for you. All right, we're going to kick things off with Bluevine, which takes the top spot on my list because it feels like a business account that's actually designed with owners in mind. It combines competitive interest, practical organization tools, and a free structure that doesn't punish you just for holding an account. Now, one of the biggest standouts here is the interest rate. Unlike most business checking accounts, they don't pay you anything. Bluevine lets you earn up to 3.5% APY, which is a lot higher than what you'll see at traditional banks. That kind of return adds up quickly, especially if you're maintaining a solid balance for payroll or operating expenses. But what really makes Bluevine useful are its tools for simplifying everyday operations. For instance, their sub-accounts features let you create separate buckets for things like taxes, payrolls, vendor payments, or savings. So it's a straightforward way to keep cash flow organized without having to juggle multiple accounts or messy spreadsheets. You can even issue team debit cards so employees can make purchases without you having to hand over your personal card details. Another great feature is their mobile check deposit. I still get paper checks from time to time, and being able to just snap a picture from within the app saves me from having to make a trip to the bank. Plus, Bluevine supports cash deposits through green dot locations, which a lot of online-first banks don't even bother with. Sure, there's a small fee, but having the option at all is a win for anyone who occasionally just deals with cash. Bluevine also integrates directly with QuickBooks, which makes bookkeeping a lot less painful. I've used other accounts where syncing transactions was terrible, but here it works very smooth. The invoicing and payment link features are actually pretty underrated as well. And if you're billing clients, it's nice to keep that process tied directly to your account instead of relying on separate tools. Now, in terms of pricing, they have three main plans to choose from. The standard account option is completely free with no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and no transaction limits, letting you earn up to 1.3% APY. Then for $30 a month, the Plus plan increases the APY to 2% while cutting down some payment fees. But if you want to maximize your APY, there's the Premier tier at $95 a month, which unlocks the full 3.25% rate on balances up to $3 million, along with 50% off payment fees and priority support. Now, as for extras, costs like $1.50 for a mail check or $15 for outgoing wires are reasonable compared to what most banks charge, and incoming wires are free. And as a special offer for our viewers right now, you can earn a $500 cash bonus just by using our link to open a new checking account. That's a nice perk just for signing up, especially if you were planning to open a new business account anyway. Of course, terms and conditions do apply, so be sure to check all the details in our link in the description. So all things considered, Bluevine makes a strong case for business owners who just want more than just a bare bones checking account. It rewards you for keeping money in the account, helps you stay organized with sub-accounts and invoicing, and doesn't strip out essentials like cash deposit options. It's not flawless. Sure, cash deposits could be cheaper, and some features feel more geared toward digital-first businesses, but overall, it's one of the most complete business checking setups available right now. All right, next up, we're going to talk about Novo. This one made my list for a very different reason. While Bluevine caught my attention with its high yield interest and layers of functionality, Novo stood out with how clean and simple it is. It doesn't offer interest like Bluevine, but that's not really the point. It's all about giving you a no-fuss account that just works. It strips away the complexity and delivers a straightforward business checking experience that doesn't bog you down with unnecessary charges. Now, the best part is that Novo doesn't charge any monthly or overdraft fees, and it doesn't require minimum balances either. Plus, it's free to use, but free doesn't mean it offers bare minimum services. And what I like is how much practical functionality they've built into the platform without complicating it. The reserves feature, for one, lets you create up to 10 sub-accounts to organize your money. I've used it to set aside taxes and budget for recurring expenses, and it makes managing irregular cash flow way less stressful. Another area where Novo really shines is ATM usage. Instead of penalizing you for using out-of-network machines, they refund all the ATM fees worldwide. That's a small detail, but if you're on the go or travel internationally, it makes a big difference. Now, integrations are also a major strength. Novo connects directly with tools like Shopify, Amazon, PayPal, and more. And for e-commerce sellers or freelancers, this means payouts and transactions flow seamlessly without waiting days for transfers to clear. The built-in invoicing feature is also handy if you want to send invoices directly from your account. It won't replace a full accounting platform, but for small businesses, it saves the trouble of having to juggle extra apps. Then when it comes to pricing, like I mentioned, it's free. The only charges you're going to run into are standard ones like insufficient funds or return checks, which you're going to find at pretty much any bank. So overall, Novo is ideal for business owners who want a straightforward account that makes it easy to send and receive money, stay organized with reserves, and plug into their favorite tools. So if you value simplicity and you don't want to pay for features you'll never use, Novo is just what you need. And if you want to try Novo, Bluevine, or any of the other banking services we're talking about today, you can check all of them out by using the affiliate links in the description below, where sometimes we do have some special deals that you're not going to find if you go directly to their website. Now, moving right along through our list, let's take a look at Mercury. I think of it as the go-to choice for startups, where Bluevine feels like a smart upgrade from traditional banking and Novo focuses on simplicity. Mercury is designed for fast-scaling digital-first companies. So if your business is tech-driven or you're planning to raise capital, Mercury has tools that you just don't find in a typical business account. The most impressive part here is their API access, which lets you automate payments, build custom workflows, and connect your financial operations directly into your own systems. That level of automation is something you'll almost never see with standard small business banking. Team management is another area where Mercury shines. You can issue both virtual and physical debit cards to employees and set individual permissions for each one. That gives you oversight and control without micromanaging every transaction. Plus, the Mercury Vault feature extends FDIC insurance up to $5 million by distributing deposits across a network of partner banks. For startups holding onto newly raised capital, that extra protection is a major advantage. And if your business operates internationally, Mercury also supports multi-currency accounts and global payment capabilities, making it much easier to handle cross-border transactions. You can send wires in 40 plus currencies, and while there's a small 1% fee for currency conversions, it's still a practical way to manage cross-border transactions for startups working with international vendors or customers. Now, price-wise, Mercury keeps things very straightforward. The standard account is free and covers checking, savings, debit cards, ACH transfers, and domestic wires. Then the Mercury Plus plan costs $30 a month and adds features like recurring invoicing and team reimbursements. And for larger operations, the Mercury Pro plan is $300 a month and expands those benefits with unlimited reimbursements, NetSuite categorization, and a dedicated relationship manager. All in all, for startups looking for scalability, advanced features, and even investor connections, Mercury is one of the strongest platforms out there. It gives you all the basics at no cost, while layering in the kind of tools that modern companies actually need. Now, rounding out my list for today, we have SoFi. What makes their service appealing is how smoothly it blends everyday banking with useful digital tools. From the start, it feels designed for people who want to manage their money from a single, clean, app-first platform. Through SoFi's dashboard, you're not only handling checking and savings, you also get access to budgeting features, spending insights, and even credit score monitoring through their SoFi Relay tool. Plus, SoFi's interest rates are far stronger than what you're going to find at most traditional banks. With qualifying direct deposits, you can earn up to 3.80% on savings and up to 0.50% on checking. And even if you don't meet that requirement, you'll still earn 1% APY on savings and 0.50% on checkings. For anyone keeping a steady balance, that extra interest makes a meaningful difference over time. And SoFi makes everyday money management easier with perks like early paycheck access. When you set up direct deposit, you can get your pay up to 2 days early, giving you faster access to funds and smoother cash flow. On top of that, SoFi provides access to over 55,000 fee-free ATMs through the Allpoint network, which means you don't have to worry about hunting down a specific machine or paying extra charges just to take out cash. Now, another feature worth noting is SoFi Vaults, which lets you separate your savings into categories to stay organized. Whether that's for an emergency fund, upcoming expenses, or longer-term goals, it's a small touch, but it helps you keep track of where your money is going without needing multiple accounts. Now, when it comes to cost, SoFi keeps everything transparent. There are no monthly account fees, no minimum balance requirements, and no overdraft charges. Incoming wires are free, while outgoing wires do carry a fee, but most other everyday functions are included at no cost. For the level of interest and the perks you're getting, it's a very fair setup. So all in all, SoFi is a strong option if you want a modern, app-driven banking experience that combines competitive interest rates, zero hidden fees, and helpful financial tools all in one place. It may not have the same business-centered structure as some of the other accounts, but if your focus is on maximizing the efficiency of everyday banking while keeping things very simple, SoFi is definitely worth considering. So to wrap things up, choosing the best online bank really just depends on what you're looking for. Bluevine is great if you want high interest rates and tools to keep your money organized, though Novo could be better if you just want a simple fee-free account that gets the job done. Mercury, on the other hand, is ideal for startups that need advanced features and room to scale, while SoFi is best if you're after a polished digital banking experience with higher than average interest and helpful app-based tools. Now, there isn't one clear solution that's best for every type of business, so it's all about choosing what makes it easier to manage your unique operation. And that's about it for this review. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, then please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more just like this. As a reminder, if you want to try out any of the banking options we mentioned today, then you can check out the affiliate links down in the description below, where sometimes we do have special deals that you're not going to find if you go directly to their website. Also, if you're interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description below. Now, as always, I enjoy hearing your thoughts, so go ahead and leave any questions or comments down below, and I'll try to get back to them as fast as I can. Finally, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.